Good morning and welcome to the morning show with Angel and Tina, and our fabulous guests that we have in our virtual studio today happen to be the sponsors of the morning show with Angel and Tina. Tina, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. It is Friday and I am so looking forward to the weekend. I'm exhausted.
You seem a little, I am fantastic. Like there was just
I had to push it out.
Are you a little tired?
I'm so tired. I think I was telling Daniel earlier, I think I need a vacay from my vacay.
One of those vacations, huh?
Like I'm just tired. I think this weekend I'm gonna unplug just like everybody else needs to, and not like plug myself back in until Monday morning.
You are definitely you need a little need to like turn you up a little.
Third cup.
It's your third cup. Oh yeah, we're okay. All right. Well, we'll see if we can get a little energy and get Tina off to her weekend. Right? Zandra, darling, how are you?
I am very well, thank you. I'm just excited to be here again.
Again from Dallas, Texas. Are you ready for the weekend?
Oh yeah, mandatory mask. I mean, yeah.
Hey Daniel, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm probably I don't want to get too political. I won't say anything, but I'm in the only state that's never going to have a mask order, I think. So.
What state are you in?
You're going to have a mandatory mask order too?
And we'll never have one in Florida, ever, I don't think. The governor is so set against it.
Well, just as we were getting ready to go live, my phone started doing that emergency alert beep, that emergency alert sound. Our governor just announced yesterday mandatory masks in public in Colorado. And so when I go into someplace, I've been wearing a mask and I'm fine with that. I mean, it's, 20 minutes, I'm in and out, or an hour if I'm getting my nails done, or my lashes done, right? But when I was out, like if I go for a walk outside, I wasn't wearing one when I'm like out in the trails because I'm not really around people. So do I have to wear one now?
You have to wear one when you're on the trails?
Because I'm asking you. In public, that's in public, right?
But you're not around nobody. How would you wear a mask when you're running? I'd inhale the mask.
I don't know. Does anybody know? I've actually seen people. I've seen people out walking their dogs wearing masks. So I'm guessing that's what that means now. Do you guys know?
That's how I would interpret it. Yeah. I would take it as anytime you're outside your house.
So Daniel, my daughters work at Disney,
right? And
they, as the employees, have to all wear masks, obviously, but also for those employees that are in more of the populated areas, they also wear a plastic face shield
on top of the mask.
On top of the mask, in addition to the mask.
And it's like 150 degrees in Florida.
Yeah, but because apparently, well, there's rumors about, how people have behaved and when they've been asked to wear a mask, and perhaps maybe some non-employee people might have spit on employed people for asking them to wear masks. And
oh my gosh, crazy.
That was the rumor.
But darn Florida people.
It's always about somebody in Florida.
Probably visitors. I don't know.
It's probably people from Texas.
Well, this is a gun packing state, baby.
There you go. North Carolina is a gun packing state too. I don't know how many of my friends, they're like, hey, watch my purse, there's a gun in there. I'm like, what?
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Well,
today is the last day of the Angel birthday celebration. Angel, you're not gonna get no more birthday presents from me.
I got one. I got a sweatshirt from Amazon yesterday from Daniela Platt. She wrote the book Looking Good, and it showed up yesterday from Daniela. I'll wear it on Monday because I'm gonna.
What kind of sweatshirt is it? Is it a cute one?
It is cute. It's like a burgundy color, and it says love everyone or love everything or something.
Nice.
You can have cute clothes. You have a really cute dress on today.
So my mom came to visit yesterday and brought me this fun little sundress. This looks like something she could have got from Bliss by the Lake Boutique for sure.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
Well, today's birthday celebration, you're going to end your birthday with your favorite dinner. Once again, from, what is it called? Thai basil? Thai.
Oh, here, I have my Little Basil Asian
Little
Grill.
Basil.
It's my favorite. It's my
She
favorite.
gets the red curry. So if you guys ever want to let her send her dinner, let me know. I know exactly what her and Jay get.
Yeah, and this last one we changed up Jay's order and he liked it better than what he had been normally getting. Yeah, it's yummy. And they're so sweet in this cute, it's like this cute little hole in the wall little Asian restaurant. And they know us there. We used to go anytime we were in town, we would stop in there because you could just anyways, very sweet. There's very sweet people that run the restaurant and
So
own
you're
that
going to
place.
end your week with dinner
Thank
delivered
you.
to you later on this
Thank
evening.
you. Thank
But
you.
it was supposed to be your last one was supposed to be those signs. Like that was going to be your big bang out the door. Like
Tina, everybody has just gone overboard about how special you have been during this whole thing. I have like a whole stack of presents because Tina has sent me a present every day for 12 days to celebrate my birthday. And of course, she is the relationship queen. She teaches you how to build your relationships even virtually. And you've just gone over and above. So, darling, thank you so much. You've helped me make me
you're
feel
going to
so
say cheers.
special. Thank you. I was gonna toast you. I had my
There might be
50th
some
birthday like
babies in
yesterday.
here. You never know.
It's just coffee at this hour. It's just coffee at this hour.
You
So
shall
thank
be.
you. Thank you. Yes, my birthday is officially tomorrow.
Yes.
So for anybody who was confused, it's
And a lot of them were, but you know, it's okay. It's okay.
that's okay. That's okay, right? And so thank you so much, and thank you. Having dinner delivered is pretty special, and I love that. What a great way, because we are tired, but we are going to unplug at the end of the day. We're going to turn off our computers and not turn them on until Monday.
So in the green room, and Daniel was asking us if we got this new Facebook. What is it? A
Oh,
beta?
the desktop version for the new
desktop
Facebook.
version. Have you guys gotten this Facebook thing? It's like a Zoom. It's like all zoomed. So I was joking around because, you know, most Facebook people are usually over the age of 40. But so I thought maybe that was the reason, because they know we were all older, and we needed that bigger font.
It is big. It is like they are compensating for their demographic.
Like,
But it is helpful.
Too small.
So
I'm going to get used to it. I need the big font.
there is my husband has a font on his cell phone that is, I don't remember what he calls it, but it like makes everything bigger. It does sounds differently. It is like, and it flashes when he gets a text message too, because he can't hear it. So it has like all these demographically beneficial, helpful little things. Yeah, but it's a setting. It's a setting that and I can't remember what it's called. I'll see if I can find it, but it is a specific setting, so it makes all the fonts bigger.
Called
and then
old person setting.
it is like
You all have to use the old person setting.
it is kind of like that. It is kind of like that. So but it's very sweet of our technology to take care of us.
I like the having the different ringtones and stuff. Oh shoot, I think I just ended my watch party. I like having the different ringtones because my son, all three of my boys, when they call me, they all have the same ringtone. It's that one from I think it's from Family Man. It says mom, mom, mommy, mom, mother, mom, 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 mommy, 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 and at the end she's like, what? So when I'm like, Johnny, because people are like looking at me like
See,
crazy.
I've always had, I never have my ringtone on. I have no idea what the sounds would be on my phone because I've always been in a studio, right? And you know, you can never have it on, or you're in a studio, or you're on the phone. And so every now and then there'll be a volume on and it'll ding when there's a text message. I'm like, what is that sound? Why is my phone making noise? It should not be making noise. It's too.
I like Zondra's ringtone.
Zondra's?
We all need to hear Zondra's ringtone.
It's Back in Black. little rock.
She's like, yes. I said, girl.
So I'm super excited to have both of you, Zandra and Daniel, in the studio with us. I'm calling it Sponsor Day because you both happen to be our sponsors of the morning show. And so I want to say thank you. We're so grateful for your support and helping us to grow and to make a bigger impact. You guys have just been so instrumental. So Zandra, why don't you just, tell our audience a little bit about the ZTV network and all the fabulous things that are going on right now at your network, because you guys are blowing up.
Blowing up.
Yes.
In a good way.
In a good way. I think I'm freezing a lot today. Zoom doesn't want to participate. But Zandra Evans, for those of you that don't know me, and I am the owner and executive producer of Zandra TV Network, and we produce tons of different types of content, talk shows, roundtables. We're located in Addison, Texas, and I could be on here forever. All things small business, and so the goal is to make sure that small business entrepreneurs and solopreneurs have a platform to tell their story, because no one can tell your story better than you. But during this pandemic, we just went up one more. We had 12 producers that came with their own shows, and we're filming those as we speak. And yesterday I got the 13th producer. So 13 producers since May. So we are growing.
Amazing. That's amazing. And I think when we had a conversation back in May, what was the number you were looking for, Zandra?
We set a goal of 5.
5. And she blew that out of the water,
Yeah.
right? At a time when there are a lot of people who are kind of freaking out about growing their businesses. Excuse me. Zandra, who set a goal of 5, like blew that out, surpassed it, doubled it. Right? And now you're almost getting ready to triple it in this very short period of time. But I'll tell you what, between the two of you, Daniel and Zandra, you are the two, when I'm out talking to small business owners and what are they looking for? Of course, they're looking for exposure. But in addition to exposure, they need distribution. And so we talk a lot about ZTV Network because of distribution. And of course, if you're going to stay in your lane and stay focused on really innovating and being creative and concentrating on your VIP clients, you need some assistance. And so virtual assistants, and with Daniel, like you are the two, like this is like this nice
always refer people to them.
Always, Daniel and Zandra.
Thank you.
It's like a perfect little marriage, all 4 of us. Like, I mean, Daniel, you're a really lucky guy.
He's like, I do.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not saying no.
Oh goodness.
Okay, so Daniel,
like a perfect marriage, because all 4 of us together are almost like that perfect bundle. So it's good. I'm glad that both of you guys, and so grateful that both of you guys are sponsored for the Angel and Tina Morning Show. So thank you guys very much.
We have an incredible network, between the 4 of us, incredible access, great exposure, retention, distribution, and then of course that virtual assistance that is helping us. Daniel, tell our audience more about Sonic VA.
So Sonic VA, basically, we have a goal of helping you focus on what you do best by hiring for all the rest, right? So the idea is that we want you to delegate everything you're doing that keeps you busy, but you shouldn't be the one doing. In any business, you have a lot of things you have to do, right? You have a lot of things that keep you busy every day. And they tire you out, they wear you out. They're not the things you want to do, but they have to get done. Those are the things that we can take away from you. And you want to build a team, people that can add value to what you do by doing things that you can't do as well or don't have the time to do. It's funny, I was just speaking a little while ago with 3 new VAs that we're onboarding, and the 3 of them have really complementary skill sets. Like one's a video expert, can do all kinds of videos and graphics, and one's more of a fulfillment expert, back office specialist, CRM, that kind of stuff. And one of them's like, she loves to do engagement. She's a social media person. And I'm like, this really worked out really well. The 3 that I'm bringing on board this week are perfect because that can go to any of my clients that I need to help. And so that's what we really, really try to do is figure out what you need, what we can take out off of your plate, free you up, and then tie you up with an expert in what you can delegate. So
I think as business owners, we tend to keep ourselves so busy. You know, what did you do? I did my emails. I did this. I did this. I did this. Well, did you generate any income?
exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
no. But now that we can delegate that and, you know, create that system and then delegate it, then we can, just like Angel said, stay in our lane.
Yep.
That's how often do you hear, right? You know, I need to make more money. I need more clients. And well, when was the last time you made an offer? When was the last time you connected with
I
a
don't have
potential,
time.
right?
Right.
Yeah, they don't have time. And then well, I can't afford to hire an assistant. You'd be surprised because if you could offload some of those activities that aren't generating revenue, then it does. It actually tips the scales further in your favor. I know it seems counterproductive to spend money so you can make money, but that is really how business works.
It really is. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I remember back in the day, when we first found Jesus, you know, they're like, oh, you need a tithe. And I'm like, oh, you need a tithe 10%. I was like, oh, writing that check every single month, but we would always get it back like tenfold. And I'm like, how is this working? And then the same goes for your business. You invest more, so you're gonna get more. You know what is that saying? What you invest. Shoot, I'm too tired.
You can't be on a show talking about you too tired. Cut.
Yeah.
I'm too tired. It just went out of my brain really quickly.
That is our award-winning executive producer going, Sandra, we're so glad that you're here.
Quick.
So I used to do radio, and we had a producer. I think we had over the 10 years, I think I had 4 different producers that we worked with. But Charlie was this sweet man who every day, or when we would go to commercial break, he was like, okay, so Angel, here's how we're going to do this different next time. Angel, right? This is how, because we were live. So there was no cutting. But he, every single day for probably 7 years, he was my producer that, you know, every day he was like, how do I make this better? Here's a tip. Here's how we can do this different. Here's how, every single day. And you would think that after a while, you'd think Angel would finally like get her head on straight.
Angel, you nailed it.
Right. I don't think I ever
work on this little thing tomorrow, you'll be good. Angel, if you just work on this little thing tomorrow, you'll be good.
Yeah. I don't think I ever nailed it once in 7 years. He was so sweet. He was just so sweet and kind, but just always like, so yeah, we're just always elevating. And yeah, after 7 years, every day he still had a tip.
You have to do that as a business owner, though. You can never get complacent with anything that you do. You always have to elevate yourself and elevate yourself and elevate. Once you start, plateauing, you're like, okay, now I got to do something else. Create another course, create another, whatever, add another team member, get another producer. Not that we're ever going to get another producer.
Well, I got another producer because we moved stations. And so, so one of the losses when we changed stations was I lost Charlie, but then I got Bill, and Bill was so much fun. Bill was like so much fun. And then we changed time slots, and I got a different person who is not fun. And then
not fun. So if you're listening, just remember you were not fun.
Oh, it was not a good mix. Yeah. And then I ended up with Richard, which was my last producer. So
I think you have to have that fun involved. If it's not like with me, if it's not fun, I'm not doing it. Like you have to have fun. You have to have that energy, even though I'm very low energy today. But you have to have that fun, energetic energy to keep you going.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sandra, what keeps you going?
No, really.
Les Brown.
Leave me alone. My Zoom already ain't working. Hush, Tina. Anyways, someone asked me that yesterday, actually, like really what fuels you? And it always comes back to my grandchildren
Mm-hmm.
and my 2 children. That's really what fuels me. Like that's really what makes me go, I'm going hard today. And then I wake up the next day, I'm going harder because I'm kind of hell bent on leaving them a legacy and creating one for them right now so that I could leave behind. And so it's my grandkids and my kids.
Oh,
Oh, I love
and
that.
where are they? Like, how often do you see them? What, like,
I haven't seen them in a long time.
Hmm.
I mean, really, it's been 7 months for one and about 17 months for the other.
Where do they live at?
One lives in California and one lives in Georgia.
What part of Georgia? Atlanta?
Alpharetta. But yeah, Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, I used to live in Atlanta,
Eh,
but on the other side of Alpharetta. Alpharetta was like 2 hours away from me.
Yeah.
Everything in Atlanta is like 2 hours away, even if
Yeah,
it's
it
only
is.
20 minutes.
It's
Because
like
of the traffic.
it's like the new LA for traffic.
It is.
Yeah.
That
How about you,
265
Dana?
traffic
What
in
keeps you
Atlanta
going?
ain't no joke.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know how not to go. I definitely, you know, care deeply about a lot of things. I have a lot of passion for things, but pretty much every day I just get up and do things, and I always have, and I can't imagine never doing that. I mean, I do take time off, but I just go. You know, it's like I don't know any other way, and it's a blessing. Obviously, you know, it allows me to be successful and do what I want to do and have a great life. But it's a drive that just, I think, once you get used to it, you never want to give it up. And so, you know, I used to work for corporate America. You know, I had a very different lifestyle, and I could never imagine going back. So I just keep, you know, going forward. Because maybe it's that fear of never wanting to have a boss again, and wanting to really be able to set my own course. That keeps me going every day, no matter how tough things are, no matter what's craziness. I know that I'm still doing what I want to be doing, and that makes all the difference in the world. So. I also have a kid that motivates me. You know, he's my center of my universe is my 21-year-old son Ethan, which all of you know. He every day, you know, we work together, we do things together, you know, and having him around is like having a best friend / roommate / son. It's all in one package. So that
Kind of
helps.
nice when they get older like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah.
you get to be a buddy. But Zandra came from the corporate world as well, and yeah,
Look at my face.
super successful.
And I'm never going back. I mean,
Ever.
I'm never, ever. There's some things that you should say never, ever to.
Yeah, that's one.
That would be one. I think I'd be a greeter at Walmart better than
Me too.
I just, you know, it's
Yeah.
too much pressure. And the pressure, it's this false sense of pressure, really, but we seem to take it on.
Right.
Like it's our company. And if we don't do, I just can never do that again. I mean, I've gotten too much distance from corporate to go back. I would be probably the worst employee because I'd be like, well, what?
I think once you get a taste of that
No.
right? Once you get a taste of having your own business, and I'm doing this for my business, and you can never take that
Yes.
away from me, and I'm not gonna bust my butt to make money for you, kind of thing.
And
I
not only
never go back.
because you know what, in my early years of when I left corporate, you know, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do some consulting. And then I started looking at that thing and I was like, yep, I can make really good money as a consultant. But if I got to do a weekly or a monthly report and report out to you and go to your meetings, I might as well have stayed in corporate. It's not for me.
Yep.
Well, Tina, you kind of were corporate for a
I
while
did.
too.
But
Yeah.
I, like I said, I busted my butt for that company, bringing in, you know, all this money. But the next month, it was like, good job, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Good job, let's do it again. And I'm just like, where if it was you, you know what, you know, it's just, oh, I would never go back. Never, ever, ever, never, ever, 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 ever go back.
Like the never,
Ever. Like
never,
never, like you
ever,
never say
ever.
never because I am I talk about nevers when this show came up and Tina's like, okay, let's go do this. I'm like, no, I'm not going back into doing a daily show. No.
Kicking and screaming. And then about 2 weeks or 3 weeks later, we were on the phone and she says, so let me just tell you, I hope you're ready. And I was like, ready for what? And she's like, this is going to blow up. This is how, this is how my whole career started. So I hope you're ready.
Right, but in times like we sometimes we go back to what's familiar, and right, and I had a, you know, and at the end, right, I was so ready to walk away from that. You know, it was just, you know, decisions and choices and things about it that I didn't want to be a part of in the future, and I knew that. But this part of it, right, getting to connect with fabulous guests and to inspire others and to grow the network, this is all super fun. And to be able to take to be able to support our sponsors, right, in reverse, like they come on to support the show, but really we get to support you in so many different ways throughout the day and throughout our communities. And so it does become this, you know, really reciprocal relationship of collaboration.
One of our viewers said, what a spectacular team of four, a powerhouse for sure. Most needed for most of us in business.
Thank you.
Oh, right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. Okay, so we're all little overachievers. We're all very good hard workers. We are going to be disciplined and taking weekends off.
Unplug.
And Zandra, I know you've got all these new programs you're producing that are coming up. The world is like, we were kind of out, but we're kind of back in. Like, I just got this mask order. I don't know. How are you staying on top of it and pivoting with all the shifts and changes?
Yeah, you know, I never wanted to be like a Zoom TV show. But at the end of the day, we've started testing technology, and we're going to do, you know, business interviews, and we're going to do them on some platform. I'm not committing to any of them yet. We're deciding which one's going to work the best. And so we did a couple of test runs, did one internationally and then did one locally, and it worked really well. I want to see the results of the edited version before we decide to forge ahead, like with total confidence on it. But we are still able to film because, you know, social distancing is possible. If you're doing an interview, we're 6 feet apart. We wear masks when we're not interviewing. Today, we're shooting a show where there's going to be 5 individuals on the show, but we are going to wear masks and gloves, and we're going to film today. So, I mean, we still are able to do what we do. We just have to take precaution. And so I think it's okay. Last week, I filmed 5 people. I did 5 business interviews in the studio. I was so happy to be in that seat. I was like, hey, this is good. From being on Zoom. But huh?
You have a director's chair?
No,
she's the interviewer. She's on set. She's on scene.
I know, but you still can have your little chair with.
Oh, she's got beautiful chairs that she sits in. You know, we had a production come to the house and did you know, produced a TV show here in the house. And you're right, like there's just something about the lights going up and being mic'd up and right now,
hair and makeup.
It's exciting. I mean, it's not as glamorous as, you know, it always feels, but when you've been away from it and you get to go back to it, it's like, yeah, I belong here. Like this is familiar.
Yeah, I have missed it. So today I'm excited. I get to go as the executive producer, but you know, I'm kind of dolled up because I'm sure they'll want a picture of me, you know, and let me get on set for a little bit.
And can we get your autograph, Miss Evans?
Always dolled up and looking beautiful. Well, I can't wait to go out there and do an on-set interview with my one and only girlfriend.
Yes.
Well, Daniel, I know we did yesterday. You know, Daniel and I met through speaking out on expos around the country, and we got together yesterday. We were supposed to. Well, there was an attempt to do it live and in person in Tampa, Florida, and of course that got canceled. But we went forward with the virtual version of it, and it was great to see each other all together again in one place. And a lot of us stuck around the whole day. It was kind of fun to see each other again. But I'm connected with another group. I don't know if you knew this, anybody knew this. Anyways, with another expo that goes around the country and puts on all of these events. They've decided not to have any live events at all through the rest of the year, and even not until like mid or late 2021. So they're not even attempting
Oh.
to do live events. Are you anxious to get back out on the road, Daniel?
You know, I'm really torn because I love to travel. I mean, that's really my biggest passion in life, is to go places. And I've fortunately been a lot of places. And in the last couple of years, I went way out of my way to go on as many road trips as possible. So I can go a little bit longer before I really start missing the road too much, but I do miss it. But I have pivoted, you know, and I'm a numbers guy. I mean, before I was doing VAs, I was, you know, a data guy, big data nerd. And I look at the numbers and I don't think this is going to get our normal. This is our normal now. I mean, like, it's going to take a lot, unfortunately, as sad as it makes me sound, to get back to where life was in January and February, where we can go wherever we want, whenever we want. So to pivot in that reality, and I hope I'm wrong, I would love to be wrong, but the data tells me what the data tells me. So my pivot really is to, you know, just create content in other ways. So I've always wanted to do a YouTube channel, and I started one in February, and I've, you know, it's not blowing up, but it's consistently growing. But most importantly, it gives me an outlet to release my creativity, because I could make a PowerPoint every day and do a talk. It's just a teacher in me that likes to be able to create and share content. So having that YouTube channel, finally getting it out there, growing it, building a whole marketing thing around it has been something I've always wanted to do, and now finally have the time to do. And every day at 10 o'clock, I drop a new video. And it's something that Ethan's working on with me. He's actually the one that takes my raw content that I record, puts the graphics and the intro and outro music and puts it out there. So I'm using a VA, and it's a great way for me to take, you know, what I love to do and what I do for business, bring them together and pivot in a new direction. So that's how I look at it.
What did your son do before this? Was he always a VA? Did he always help you with your business or no?
He's been helping me for the last couple of years, but primarily, I mean, he was going to school. I mean, he was going into IT, and it's impossible for him to take classes right now. So he's doing a few things online, but mainly just, you know, do something on the side. He is helping me for about a year now. And then he's now working with Zandra, actually. It's kind of funny how that plays out. And he loves doing that. I mean, he's really, really gifted when it comes to video stuff. I mean, he grew up on YouTube, you know, so he knows exactly how to adapt to all the tools out there and do things around it. So
Daniel,
so
my husband watches this this guy on YouTube. It's like he's like a food guy, and he's always, you know, making brand new recipes. But it's his son that does all the video editing and all the video production behind it. And so it's this great little father-son little team, you know, son's behind the camera, and but I just love it. So what's your YouTube channel?
It's just Dan Meyer, Virtual Staffing Expert, right?
Okay.
So if you go to YouTube and type in my name, there's 2 other Dan Meyers that will pop up. There's a sword swallower, of all things, right? And a professional baseball player are the 2 other famous Dan Meyers out there on YouTube. So you type in Dan Meyer Virtual.
Yeah, you're like me. I have 2 other people that I have to kind of.
You just need to do a few more press releases so
Right?
that you can
exactly.
like rise up above that.
At
In
least
the
you don't have a porn star on top of above you.
Yeah.
You see how I had to rephrase that.
It already got out, Tina.
I have a judge and a porn star that is above me at my SEO. So Angel is helping me get
working on it. We're working on it. So you guys know Albert Corey, right? The tax man. And
He's actually watching today. Hey,
is he
Albert.
watching? So yesterday we were on
You
this.
said there is only one of me. Believe me, the world can only have one of you.
So we were. I'll see if I can pull it up. But we were on this virtual summit yesterday, and Albert was there. And at the very end, I was pulling up some results from his last press release, and his distribution when he first got it, you know, was whatever the number was. And And when I pulled it up yesterday, this was insane because he talks about growing during the COVID. So he had some really good juicy words in there. I'll see if I can find it. But 238,000 results in because it
Good for you, Albert.
I know. I was
Himself.
like, rock star. Yeah,
is good.
238,000 results. So I'll share that. I'm going to find it and I'll post that out on social media because the power of like getting your name out there on OPP, other people's platforms. I've never seen one have that
Good for
big
you, Mr. Taxman.
of a result. So yeah, so there's some good keywords in there. There's some good stuff in there. And I kept just scrolling down like next page, next page, next page.
Oh,
I mean, it was just awesome. So kudos to you, Albert. And
yes.
so we'll do that for Dan Meyer. We won't say anything about sword swallowing in the
Great.
press release or anything about baseball. So that way you get elevated
Yes.
up there.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Leave it to Angel to get us on top of that those SEO words.
Okay.
Get us up there.
So I have a nice little graphic that I like to show with our sponsors. Let me see if I can share my screen. Actually, let me pull it up so that everybody can
Albert's
see.
not taking any credit. He said it's all you.
He's got a good story, right? He had all the
Exactly.
good juicy,
very
all the
good
good
story.
juicy stuff, right?
Details, Albert. You got to keep it.
That's awesome.
So here is our nice little graphic. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Valentino Morning Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Brought to you by Zandra TV, Sonic VA, and Bliss by the Lake Boutique.
Nice.
I love it. We've updated our Facebook and all of our social media. I think we've updated.
Look,
Tina needs to
you
update
said
our
that, and I
Pinterest.
said, did I? Because I think you told me to do this when I was on vacation, and you know how.
You need to update your Pinterest.
Yeah, right. I need to
That's-
update my Pinterest. I'm gonna write a note on my to-don't list.
Okay, well, and you know what I would love? I would love to have from both of you, Zandra and Daniel, if you would write up like 30 to 60-second little commercial, like a little ad, so that we could read it every
Okay.
day here on the show, and you can change it up, if you need to. But talking about those keywords that you want us, if you've got key phrases you want us to use, your call to action, how you want us to send people to you, then we will be very official here. We do talk about you and
All the
it's
time.
from the heart, which,
Thank you.
and I think people know that we love you, we adore you, and highly recommend you. We are incredible referral partners, but we want to make sure that we are officially, saying what you guys want us to say. So if you type up a 30 to 60-second little commercial, we will read that here
Definitely.
during the show for you.
And you guys can also go live on our Facebook page too. You can do a Facebook takeover.
Oh,
Ooh.
thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, do a Facebook takeover and do a Facebook live for all of our 500 people that we have on our Facebook.
It's
Oh, let's
growing.
get one.
It is growing. It is.
And
I was looking at some videos on my YouTube.
and it's quality. It's a quality audience for sure. Like these are folks who are definitely those business first responders. They are out there pivoting, being innovative. They do need distribution. They are growing their business. They do need to clone themselves, right? And to take on more tasks and automate more of their systems. So yeah, they are a quality audience for sure.
Right. I was looking at my YouTube channel yesterday on all of our videos, and one of our celebration days, I think it was the second day, there's over 1,800 views.
Nice.
It's good.
Right?
Yeah, right. It is growing. It's growing. Jay was telling me like he watches the videos and he's like, you get anywhere from like 300 to 700 views on your morning show. And it's like that.
Good.
Pretty good for a morning show that we never wanted. That you never wanted to do.
I was the one. I know I had friends who actually, when we went national, when we were celebrating our new time and our new network, friends who called me and said, Angel, I thought you said this was temporary.
What are you doing?
Yeah, this is temporary for Angel, but I'm like you, Daniel, like we work, right? And we're creative and and we like it and we're good at it and it's fun for us. I know we are those crazy people who work is Fun.
Mhm.
right? Well,
What's
does
your
Bill Gates
hobby?
say? He says entrepreneurs are the only ones who would trade their corporate 40-hour work week to work for 100 hours as an entrepreneur.
That's
And we
so
like
true.
it.
Right though.
And like it.
Like it.
That's right.
And we fight with ourselves to not work. Like
Right.
we are the ones that I have to schedule in my downtime. Right? I have to schedule
Oh, I
in.
definitely have to. If it's not in my calendar, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Whereas, you know, if you're treating your business like a hobby, right, you have to schedule in your work time to remind yourself to work. We've tipped over and we are those crazy ones. Well, Zandra, how do you want people to connect with you? What are those action steps you want folks to take next with you?
Well, it's kind of simple. Just go check out ZandraTV.com. And there's information there, and you can even fill out an intake form to be on TV. So, ZandraTV.com.
ZandraTV.com. Don't you love her voice?
She does have a radio voice. I told her, who was it I told you? You sounded like Jennifer.
Yeah.
What was her name? Jennifer Hudson? Not Jennifer Hudson.
No, William. No, I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Zandra has absolute star power from the day that I met her, right? She's got the voice, she's got the smile, she's just got the glitter and the glamour. Yeah, she's absolute star power from day one.
Yes.
And I think even when Les Brown heard you talk the first time, he was like, ooh, that voice.
Now, look, let's say what he said. He said we could do something with that voice. And I was like, yeah, we sure can. When we gonna do it?
Let me tell you what he really said. I remember, if you guys didn't watch Zandra on the Connect Summit, I think it was Connect Summit 4, we had Les Brown as our keynote speaker. And just for you guys who haven't heard, that Zandra has a little crush.
Yeah, don't tell Tina anything, because if you say to Tina, you know, I kind
It's
of
gonna come out.
Right? I'm telling everybody. She has a little crush on Les. And so
And so she told Les.
I wanted to make sure that she was able to talk to Les. And I said, Les, I said something about, you have a crush on here. He's like, is it the love of my life?
Next July 17th, 2020.
Look, my Alexa is talking to me. I didn't even talk to her.
It's the love of my life. Is that what you call
Yeah.
her? The love of your life?
We're talking to you.
Walking away.
Daniel, how do you want folks to connect with you?
It's easy. You just go to Sonic VA, SONICVA, Sonic, like super fast. SonicVA.com, and you can fill out send us an email or fill out a form, just a quick, simple form, just telling us kind of some of the things that you want to delegate: social media, direct marketing, email campaigns, CRM management, whatever you don't want to be doing yourself 24/7. You want someone else to be doing 24/7. That's where we can pick up for you. So go to SonicVA.com.
Tina and I were chatting about you the other day because we have a bunch of very high level folks in network marketing, and thought, oh, we need like a network marketing VA package just for them. I'm sure that you do stuff for them, but it's like if we could just say, hey, we've got this great little network, package that's just for network marketers, that would
Definitely, that's a great idea.
I think it would blow up, because we get a lot of folks in here who are
Yeah.
very high level, and that's where they're at. Like they've built up these incredible networks. And anyway, so we think about you. We think about all you.
I appreciate that.
Right? How do we grow? How do we rise up? And what more can we do? How can we elevate? And we're always having these high level conversations. And I think that's how you're around people that are making an impact, right? Because we're not just sitting around gossiping, we're not sitting around complaining, we're not just, watching the news and being these armchair quarterbacks. We're out there taking action.
Armchair quarterback. I never heard that before.
That's a new one. It's a new one. It must be the birthday, so you having a rebirth. I haven't heard that one.
I have a list of angel nuggets that she said a couple weeks ago. She said, somebody spawned off our show. And I said, spawned off our show? She's like, yeah, we had a spawn off. I'm like, you mean a spin off? She's like, oh yeah.
I had been
Well,
watching my son play a video game, and
I was gonna say it's a video game thing. Yep.
it is. It must. Yeah, that's where I got it. So Daniel
He
knows.
has all these little words, and I'm just like, that's an angel nugget. That's an angel nugget.
Yeah,
We
armchair
all have,
quarterback
right? We
is
all have
fun.
so many choices, right? Of things that we can be doing, things we can be watching, spending our time on, things we can be learning. But right now, there's so much opportunity. There's so much opportunity and there's so much access. And like Daniel, you were saying, like you've done the numbers, right? So we can say, you know, when you think about the personality styles, right? You know, it's fun, right? We're still able to stay connected, right? You've got the analytics, you've got the results, and we can all come together. Like we can solve all of those in one little morning show, right? One little fabulous
can.
morning show. Appeal to everybody.
Love it.
But what we
I
do,
love-
right?
we get a
make
lot of
decisions.
people responding to us too about, oh, you guys are just amazing. I love watching you guys every morning. Oh, Albert said a Zoom chair quarterback.
It is a Zoom. Yeah, we're Zoom chair quarterbacks.
That's
That was
awesome.
good.
Yeah, good one,
I love
Albert.
it. That's good.
Yeah, well, Albert is going to be on the show with us next Tuesday.
Yeah.
In
Cool.
fact, next Tuesday we have the all of the speakers who are going to be on our Connect Summit coming up. We're going to have a special edition of the morning show to feature all of our speakers for the Connect Summit.
Yeah.
So Albert will be on
So
with
the
us.
Connect Summit is July 28th from 1 to 7 p.m. Eastern. But Tuesday, we're going to have all of our Connect Summit speakers coming on, and we're going to have a big party and let all of them tell you what they're going to be talking about and give you a little dose of what they're going to be sharing with you guys.
Yeah, it'll be super fun. It'll be super fun. I'm excited. Right? You know, we are tired. We kind of came into this show today kind of dragging a little bit.
I almost thought yesterday was Friday. In fact, my roommate was like, I thought yesterday was Friday. I was like, I know.
Yesterday could have been Friday and it would have been just fine with all of us.
Yes.
So what do you got plans for tomorrow for your big 5-0 birthday? She's like, nothing.
I've been playing for 2 weeks, right?
Right.
We've been playing and celebrating and doing all this fun stuff for 2 weeks. I've been getting presents and everybody's been wishing me happy birthday. I'm having dinner delivered. Yeah, I don't know what tomorrow will actually be. It might just be a little bit of rest and downtime for Angel.
I'm
I
sure
have
Jay
a
has
friend.
something very special up his sleeve.
I hope not. No, it's okay. I have a friend who has a swimming pool. Beautiful. They live in this beautiful area and they've got this beautiful swimming pool. And we went there last Saturday and the weather was just perfect. And it was just so nice to be around the water and to be outside and the music. And we had, all sorts of fun. And so maybe I might call them up and say, so can I come visit?
Today's my birthday. Can I come play in your pool?
I can play in your pool, right? Might do a little sleep in and just nothing, obviously, right? Nothing really big and exciting. But Tina, you have made my 50th birthday so special. Like for 2 weeks we have been celebrating and I cannot thank you enough. You've just been a doll. So
Most deserving.
thank you. Thank you. Well, so exciting to have both of you. Zandra, anything else you want to share with our audience today?
No, I think I'm good. Other than there'll be big news hitting probably next week about an opportunity that's been presented for me to be a regular in a magazine. So that's going to be really awesome.
Of course she is.
So, that's coming. But other than that, no, just thankful. And Angel, I'm going to ask you to check your email later this evening for the last time, because there's something coming that I want you to
There's something coming. It's a secret.
It is
All
a
right.
secret. Happy
Well,
birthday. I love you,
thank you.
Angel. You're amazing.
Zandra and I have been through, from, hey, we have an idea to
Voila.
we've walked the walk and we've walked through the fire, we've walked through the valleys, right? And we've stayed consistent and we've just stayed the course and stayed faithful. And it has paid off. I mean, there were some tough calls, right? And challenging.
Every entrepreneur has to do that though. Zandra and I have talked many times about, is it ever gonna, is it ever gonna, is it ever gonna? You know, you have those days where you're like, is this ever gonna happen? And then finally one day you wake up and you're like, it's here.
It's here. And
Here.
it did happen,
Yeah.
right? And we celebrate. It take time to celebrate those milestones, those baby steps. I've got a gal, she sends me a bell, like she has a milestone. I'm like, let's celebrate, right? So we ring a bell and we celebrate every time it happens for her. And the more that she celebrates it, the more often it seems to be happening. So coincidence? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
I think not.
Oh, that's it. You have to.
Exactly.
You have to celebrate. Yeah.
Daniel, any last thing you want to say to our audience today?
Sure. You know, it's funny. I have 2 meetings this afternoon with you, Angel, and with you, Tina. So I'm looking forward to finishing off my week with you two some more. And it's going to be a good thing, I think, to talk about what we can do with your businesses with virtual staffing, because this is what I'm looking forward to after I talk to both of you today. Is I'm done and I have the weekend. But while I'm taking the weekend and unplug and relax, my business is still humming. And that's probably the best thing that I think comes with having a virtual assistant, is that when you need time, downtime, me time, you can take it and know that somebody else is going to keep doing things to help your business keep going. So I look forward to meeting with you guys later, and I look forward to having that weekend. I really look forward to this. Tomorrow, nothing, right?
Nothing.
So, yep.
Nothing.
That's good.
Well, I'm Angel Tessie. I am your media exposure specialist, helping you to get more exposure, leveraging the power of other people's platforms, radio interviews, magazine distribution, press releases, and you can get started right now with your complimentary media guide at makeyourbigimpact.com. That's makeyourbigimpact.com. Download your free media exposure tracker, your 52 press release ideas, and guaranteed media outlets to get the ball rolling. And I just want to say thank you so much for everybody who tunes in, who supports, who participates. We are just so grateful, and I adore you all. And I'm just gonna be just a whole big ball of love today.
Oh, you're getting emotional. Well, happy birthday, Angel. I hope the last 2 weeks was amazing for you. And I hope tomorrow you have a very relaxing birthday. And don't forget, for you guys out there, to text, Facebook, email, call, well, don't call, but everything else. And make sure you tell this beautiful lady happy birthday and let her know what she has done for you in your life, because you always want to tell people how they made you feel, because they never know. You never know. Something so small, and they tell you, oh, you changed my life way back then, right? I'm Tina Torres, a gratitude specialist and client retention expert. And I teach you how to build those relationships virtually that matter, how to retain and keep those clients and keep them for a lifetime, turn those clients into raving fans and referral partners, and increase your cash flow all at the same time. And you can get my complimentary 7 ways to increase your cash flow by texting the word connection to 26786. That's connection to 26786. You'll get that free download, and you'll get an invitation to my free webinar, Turning Connections into Cash Flow. We're Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, where we come to you live every weekday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. We will see you guys on Monday. Have a fabulous weekend, guys, and don't forget to unplug. Bye, guys.